students. In the last session, we discussed about the resorts, their various types, history, evolution. In this module, we would elaborate on beach tourism with a special reference to Kovalam Beach. So let's start the session on beach tourism. The session flow with learning objectives would be as follows: defining beach tourism, understanding beaches, India's beach tourism, negative impacts of beach tourism, major challenges, future of beach tourism in India, and then all about Kovalam. Beach tourism. Beach tourism is defined as it is a travel for recreational, leisure or business purpose specifically to a beach. The tourists who come here are beach bums. They like sea breeze and salt water. Beaches are great resources of tourism. It attracts a large number of domestic and inbound tourists for any country blessed with sea and ocean. It helps the government to increase the revenue and development of infrastructure. The sun and beach tourism occurs in coastal towns where there are beaches, and most of the time the weather conditions are of sunny weather and mild temperatures, 25 to 30 degrees centigrade. During the day, they usually go to beaches where the sun bath is taken, and at night different activities are held in the hotels or recreation areas. Beach. A beach is a landform along the coast of an ocean, sea, lake or a river. It usually consists of loose particles which are often composed of rock such as sand, gravel, shingle, pebbles or cobblestones. These particles comprising a beach are occasionally biological in origin, such as mollusk, shells or coralline algae. Some beaches have man-made infrastructure such as lifeguard posts, changing rooms and showers. There may also have hospitality venues such as resort camps, etc. nearby. Sections of beaches. Normally the beaches have following three sections. Beach face, sloping section below the berm that is exposed to the swash of the waves. Wreck line, the highest reach of the daily tide where organic debris is deposited by the wave action. And third is the berm, nearly horizontal portion that stays dry except during extremely high tides and storms. The fourth section is the swash zone. It is alternatively covered and exposed by wave run-up. Beaches along the coast provide numerous recreational opportunities for millions of people. Boating, fishing, swimming, walking and sunbathing are among the numerous activities enjoyed by beach goers. Beaches provide unique habitat for a variety of plants and animals. Most of the migratory waterfowls depend on coastal beaches during their lifespan. In the hot, wet climate of the tropics, mangrove trees dominate estuarine lagoonal beaches. In the harsher climate, beaches are dominated by a few species of hardy grasses and bushes that can withstand strong winds and intense summer sun. With this unique beach ecosystem, there is a large scope of development of beach tourism in an ecologically sound manner. Now, we will see the beach tourism in India. Beach tourism has grown significantly throughout the world, bringing enormous economic benefits to the host communities and causing many environmental and social impacts to the coastal environment. Development of beach resorts and attractions continues to expand to meet the increasing inter-regional and domestic demand, which is supplemented by long-haul demand. While there are many successful resorts and attractions, development and operation of these has often been associated with environmental degradation, congestion, community problems, and less than desired economic performances. Beach resort development faces problems due to an inability on the part of stakeholders to make sound decisions about sustainable design due to the complexity of the sustainable issues and the lack of comprehensive decision-making tools to assist them. Beach tourism often lacks a comprehensive approach, linking sustainability indicators and carrying capacities in design models and planning regulations. For the development of sustainable beach tourism, conceptual sustainable design models including an array of acceptable capacities based on the ecological, social, psychological, physical, economic and managerial capacity thresholds of sites are necessary. India is a land with long coastline measuring over 7,517 kilometers and washed by the Arabian Sea to the west and Bay of Bengal to the east and Indian Ocean to the south. Flanking the Konkan Malabar coast of Maharashtra, Kerala, Karnataka and Goa are the Western Ghats. India is endowed with several beautiful beaches dotting its long coastline. It has a lot of scope for the development of beach tourism, but there has been a lack of awareness about the benefit that it can bestow upon the host populations along the coastline. The host populations must support this tourism to bring vibrant economic force. As India is at its infant stage in beach tourism, an integrated approach is required to develop, promote and sustain beach tourism without any environmental and social impacts to the pristine beach environment. India has a number of splendid beaches that offer a perfect scope for the development of ecotourism. The beach of Puri, the finest beach of India, is a good spot for ecotourists because it is an exciting place for viewing romantic sunset and sunrise and to watch dance and music festival that is held every year. Another beach, Gopalpur on sea in Orissa, provides a unique opportunity to spend precious moments away from the hustle and bustle of the city life, and it has been considered lately as a perfect winter resort in India. Beach tourism is an important as it attracts quality tourists. A number of tourists from Russia and East European countries. They mostly come during winters and travel straight to coastal areas. They come on chartered flights to Goa, stay in hotels near the beaches for 2 weeks or more and return home. They don't travel to any other place. We had 10.4 million foreign tourists last year, but it is difficult for us to segregate the number of foreign tourists going only to beaches. Sun, surf and sand attracts on thousands of sun-deprived tourists to India because it is the most mind-boggling varieties of beaches anywhere in the world. Placid lagoons, backwaters, marine estuaries teeming with fish bays and rough lava-rocked seas, crashing surf, pure powdery golden sand or palm-fringed shores where the mind is soothed by serene murmurs of the sea. You have them all. There are about 200 beaches in India which start from the east coast to the west coast. India have only one drive-in beach and Andaman and Nicobar Islands, Lakshadweep and Pondicherry also have large share of beaches in India. Top 25 beaches in India. Radhanagar Beach, Havelock Island, Agoda Beach, Agoda, Palolem Beach, Canacona, Varkala Beach, Varkala, Mandarim Beach, Mandarim, Cavalosium Beach, Cavalosium, Dhansuk Kodi Beach, Rameshwaram, Marina Beach, Chennai, Benolam Beach in Benolam, Bangaram Beach, Lakshadweep, Puri Beach, Puri, Paradise Beach, Pondicherry, Lighthouse Beach, Kovalam, Elephanta Beach, Havelock Islands, Marari Beach, Alpuza, Kola Beach, Kanakona, Utroda Beach, Utroda, Musli Palaigoda, Drive-In Beach, Kannur, Kala Patthar Beach, Havelock Island, Devbag Beach, Karwar, Arambol Beach, Arambol, Konark Beach in Puri, Baga Beach, Goa, Vagator Beach, Bardiz, Majorada Beach, Majorada. Negative impacts of beach tourism. Massive influx of tourists, often to a relatively small place, have a huge impact. They add to the pollution, waste, and water needs of the local population, putting local infrastructure and habitats under enormous pressure. For example, 85% of the 1.8 million people who visit Australia's Great Barrier Reef are concentrated in two small areas, Cairns and the White Sunday Islands, which together have human population of just 1,30,000 or so. Tourist infrastructure. In many areas, massive new tourist developments have been built, including airports, marinas, resorts, golf courses. Overdevelopment for tourism has the same problem as other coastal developments, but often has a great impact as the tourist developments are located at or near fragile marine ecosystems. For example, mangrove forests and seagrass meadows have been removed to create open beaches. Tourist developments such as piers and other structures have been built directly on top of coral reefs. Nesting sites for endangered marine turtles have been destroyed and disturbed by large number of tourists on the beaches. Careless resort operators and tourists. The damage doesn't end with the construction of tourist infrastructure. Some tourist resorts empty their sewage and other wastes directly into water surrounding coral reefs and other sensitive marine habitats. Recreational activities also have a huge impact. For example, careless boating, diving, snorkeling and fishing have subsequently damaged coral reefs in many parts of the world through people touching reefs, stirring up sediment and dropping anchors. Marine animals such as whale, sharks, seals, dugongs, dolphins and birds are also disturbed by increased number of boats and by people approaching too closely. Tourism can also add to the consumption of seafood in an area, putting pressure on local fish population and sometimes contributing to overfishing. Collection of corals, shells and other marine souvenirs either by individual tourists or local people who then sell the souvenirs to tourists also has a detrimental effect on the local environment. Cruise ships, floating towns. The increased popularity of cruise ships has also adversely affected the marine environment. Carrying up to 4,000 passengers and crews, these enormous floating towns are a major source of marine population through the dumping of garbage and untreated sewage at the sea and the release of other shipping related pollutants, resulting problems. Loss of marine resource due to destruction of coral reefs and overfishing, pollution of marine and freshwater resources, soil degradation and loss of land resources. Example, desertification and salinification due to excessive water use, overuse of fertilizers and erosion. Air pollution, loss of cultural resources, social disruption, loss of public access, natural hazards and sea level rise, climate change. Major challenges. The development and management issue of beach tourism are thus several. Any beach cannot be used for tourism or beach resort and it needs to have certain basic things. Beach resort is an integrated complex and functions as a self-contained community. Environmental control also needs to be exercised over the style, form, height, use of construction material, color of buildings and structure. Environmental management should also ensure the availability of necessary infrastructure in the immediate inland to the coastal region in support of the development of the coast so as to maintain its ecosystem. To develop a beach into a beach resort, it has to meet certain prerequisites. Most of these are applicable in case of an island resort also. The beach and offshore water conditions must be of sufficiently good quality to allow people full use of these resources for sunbathing, bathing, swimming and other forms of water recreation. The beach must be of sufficient size to accommodate large number of people without congestion and crowding. The beach should have sufficient sand, which is usually attractive in color, pleasant to touch and generally clean from rocks, coral and other debris. The beach should shelf gently into the water to allow safe entry and exit from the surf. The water should be clean, warm and free from any strong backflow to offer safe water sport activities besides swimming and bathing. The resort should be attractive. Example, it have more of rural setting which is conducive for leisure and relaxation than the congested setting of urban centers. The resort should have scenic beauty with emphasis on nature and more natural character. The overall environment should express a sense of uniqueness and character that makes it unique and different from other competitive tourism destinations. The climate of beach resort should allow for use of the beach and outdoor recreation facilities for a major portion of the year. An ideal resort climate would be characterized by high portion of sunny days, warm temperature, low humidity and constant breeze. The beach resort destination should be conveniently accessible to relatively large number of visitors by air or other modes of transportation. The resort should also be preferably connected by direct and scenic road connecting to the airport, population centers and other places of interests. The resorts should have proper drinking water, electricity, sewage system, drainage system and effective communication systems. Sufficient number of well-trained lifeguards should be present at any given time. From the available statistics, it is found that the beach resort attracts segment of tourists who stay longer. Hence, they must have adequate provision of adventure sports, indoor games, entertainments, a bar sufficiently stocked with variety of drinks, yoga, Ayurveda, naturopathy to keep them engaged. Future of beach tourism in India. India has ambitious plans related to beach tourism and a lot of coastal tourism projects have been rolled out to ensure the same. The following is the list of government projects for the development of beach tourism. Kovalam. Kovalam is the world famous beach and a favorite haunt of tourists to India. It is situated in Kerala. The beach is bordered with enchanting coconut and palm trees and impressively unique. Etymologically, Kovalam means a grove of coconut trees and true to its name, the village offers an endless sight of coconut trees. Kovalam first received attention when Regent Maharani Setu Lakshmi Bai of Travancore constructed her beach resort, Halkan Castle, here towards the end of 1920s. Thereafter, the place was brought into public eye by her nephew, the Maharaja of Travancore. The European guests of the then Travancore kingdom discovered the potentiality of Kovalam beach as a tourist destination in 1930s. However, Kovalam shot into limelight in the early 70s with the arrival of masses of hippies on their way to Ceylon in the hippie trail. The exodus started the transformation of casual fishing village of Kerala into one of the most important tourist destinations in all India, and sun and fun and wine here. The white sand carpets, the shore and coconut palms and farmhouse impressively surround the beach. Kovalam is famous for its beaches, among the most pristine in India. Kovalam is extremely popular among Westerners due to shallow waters and low tidal waves. Reaching Kovalam by air, Trivandrum International Airport, approximately 15 kilometers away, is the closest aerodrome to Kovalam, which is not only connected to prime Indian cities but also with major international destinations. The two terminals here, T1 domestic and T2 international, have regular flights from Bangalore, Chennai, Mumbai, Delhi, Kochi, Kolkata, Doha, Colombo, Singapore, Kuwait and Muscat, to name a few. Air India, Gulf Air, Kuwait Airways, Indigo and Oman Air are some of the prime airlines operating from here. After you reach the airport, you can hire a taxi, take a bus or auto rickshaw to take you to Kovalam. By road, buses are best and the most economical way of travelling to Kovalam. There are several luxury and deluxe buses available from various parts of state and country. Bangalore 724 kilometers, Chennai 728 kilometers and Madurai 303 kilometers are some of the prominent cities that are well linked with Trivandrum. Kovalam's KSRTC bus stand has buses for Trivandrum and vice versa, plying every 15 minutes. By train, Trivandrum Central Railway Station is the nearest rail station to Kovalam, about 15 kilometers away. This railway station connects Kovalam with various Indian cities like Bangalore, Chennai, Mumbai, Delhi. From outside, the railway station travellers can hire a taxi or cab or take a bus to reach anywhere in Kovalam. About Kovalam. Kovalam is one of the most popular tourist destinations in all of India. This is primarily due to the fact that it is home to some of the most beautiful and clean beaches in the entire country. It is extremely accessible, which makes it more popular. Beaches. Kovalam has 3 beaches separated by rocky outcropping in its 17-kilometer coastline. The 3 together form the famous crescent of the Kovalam beach. Lighthouse Beach, the southernmost beach. The Lighthouse Beach is the one most frequented by tourists. Lighthouse Beach got its name due to the old Vizinjam lighthouse located on a 35-meter high on top of the Kurukal hillock. The lighthouse is built by using stones, is colored in red and white bands and enjoys a height of 118 feet. Its intermittent beams at night render the beach with its unearthly charm. Hawa Beach. Eve's Beach, more commonly known as Hawa Beach, ranks second in the early day, is a beehive of activities with fishermen setting out for sea. With a high rock promontory and a calm bay of blue waters, this beach paradise creates unique aquarelle on moonlit nights. Samudra Beach. A large promontory separates this part from the southern side. Samudra Beach doesn't have tourists thronging here or hectic business. The local fishermen ply their trade on this part. Detour past Kovalam Junction to land on Samudra Beach, which is to the north of Ashoka Beach. One has the option to walk along the sea wall too. The sight of the waves lashing on the rocks below is awesome. Shallow waters stretching for hundreds of meters are ideal for swimming. The beach have steep palm-covered headlands and are lined with shops that offer all kinds of goods and services. Beach sand here is partially black due to the presence of mineral sands. Also, sporadic formation of coral reefs are present near the coast. Kovalam beach strip is shallow and you can walk scores of meters into the waves. The village is famous for its Ayurvedic centers, rock-cut temples, beach and fishing harbors. Popularized by the hippies in the 1970s, the previously humble fishing village is today one of the most enticing tourist and beach destination in Kerala. The major accommodation unit in Kovalam is ITDC's Kovalam Ashok Beach Resort, situated on a natural hill overlooking the Arabian Sea. The Hekiova Castle in front of the Ashok Hotel has been converted into a deluxe hotel. These are luxurious beach cottages, the Palm Grove situated right on the beach front. Kerala Tourism Development Corporation has a 2-star hotel, Samudra. There are quite a few private hotels as well as small paying guest outlets. An excellent choice of Indian and continental food is available at Kovalam, but what seems to be the biggest attraction is the Kerala cuisine, with its astonishing variety of coconut flavored dishes. Fresh seafood coming from the coast is the basic ingredient of the Kerala meal. Hot toddy, flavored pancakes, juicy pineapples, crisp fries made of jackfruit, tapioca and banana all go to make a mouth-watering experience. Activities at Kovalam. Kovalam is a town of many shades, from serene backwaters to playful beaches, from adventure sports to Ayurvedic therapies, and from shacks and beach cafes to luxurious hotels and resorts. It has everything to make holiday in Kerala memorable one. Kovalam has a lot of happening tourist destinations that keep attracting travelers to this town. Half-day tour can be planned to roam around the city and explore the lighthouse, Samudra and Hawa beaches, Karamana River, Vilayani Lake, Vizinjam Rock-cut Cave Temple, Tiruvallam Parsuram Temple and Helican Castles, the scenic charm of Near Dam and Avuruka Dam, and witnessing the spectacular sunset at the Valyathura Pier are some of the most exciting things to do in Kovalam. Spending a night in the houseboat is an experience worth every bit. Floating in the tranquil backwaters with picturesque rustic rural backdrop, lush green paddy fields and plantations is the dream of every city dweller. Adventure sports are widely available. Indulging in exciting and thrilling water sports and beach adventure is one of the super fun things to do in Kovalam, Kerala. From swimming, surfing, parasailing to jet skiing and paragliding, the list is quite enthralling. Serene catamaran ride can also be enjoyed during strong tides at Hawa Beach. Yoga and meditation at Sivanand Yoga Vedanta Dhanvantri Ashram offers perfect escape from stress and anxiety. As one of the most talked about things to do in Kovalam, India, people from all over the world visit this place for yoga and meditation sessions. Sivananda Yoga Vedanta Dhanvantri Ashram specializes in various yoga courses, yoga camps for kids and teens, and all embracing yoga vacations. The place also offers focused courses, Ayurveda, wellness, fasting and detoxification. Ayurvedic massages can be indulged to revive your mind and body. Therapeutic and wellness Ayurveda is a symbol of Kerala's legacy. There are plenty of renowned Ayurveda massage and spa centers in Kovalam. Some of them are associated with hotels and some are stand-alone units. Pampering your body with signature Ayurvedic healing and wellness therapies like Kizi, Sirodhara, Thalapothikal, Vasti, Kativasti, Lipam and Thalam is one of the top things to do in Kovalam. No trip is complete without a little shopping at the street markets. It is an ideal place to pick up spices, aromatic oils, saris and traditional knickknacks from the local markets, lined by the lighthouse beach. Kathakali masks, Neti Pattam, decorative ornaments used for elephants are used as wall decor. The town full of peace, natural beauty and unspoiled beaches. The people of the small town are also so welcoming that you will be overwhelmed by their hospitality. Let's summarize. The session was an attempt to familiarize you all with the following: defining beach tourism, understanding the structure and the construction of beaches, Indian beach tourism, what are the negative impacts of beach tourism, the major challenges faced by the beach tourism, and future of beach tourism of India. In the end, we had a detailed discussion on Kovalam, which is very famous for beach tourism. Hope you find the session interesting and it has been able to give you a fair idea of how beaches are a big anchor of tourism. They nest beach resorts which add value to the beach and play a pivotal role in developing the economy of small coastal towns. But at the same time, these have their own challenges and careful, sustainable planning is required if we wish to reap the benefit of beach tourism. Thank you so much.